All right,
Ooh,
so
actually, the poll on Warcry might actually be worth it
to pull
because
things into your maelstrom.
yeah,
Oh
because
my
the
god.
AoE is going to be smaller.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, because you're taking the small AoE nodes for the more damage, sure.
Yeah, well, how else are you going
I
to do
see.
damage?
Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. You don't really have that many options.
Like, you could technically use Beneath the Waves, but like that just looks
Is
so
there
bad.
is there anything ever that uses the one big maelstrom?
No, it's
Like
so
that
bad.
node's so bad.
It is bad. So I
Like
think what you do is you don't go for the mana regen, and you go for, I mean, mana efficiency, and you just deal with a 17 cost Maelstrom, and
okay.
then just go with Beneath the Waves for the 3 cast, so that when you're doing monoliths, you can just cast that plus Warcry, and you should
Hmm.
have enough mana regen to sustain that through monoliths. But then on a boss, which is where this matters, you just use your Warcry, spam your Maelstrom, and then go into Spriggan form, summon your totems,
Do
go out
you
of Spriggan
wanna do you wanna
form.
like try to do a totem maelstrom thing where you cast maelstrom on the totem? Like that's good damage,
You
isn't it?
could, but the problem with that is it's just targeting. Targeting is the biggest problem. Like, targeting is insanely hard and annoying to deal with on this.
Hmm.
Because what happens, I guess you could do that with Beneath the Waves and Warcry, huh? You could do that. Hmm.
Because that has like a more damage multiplier on it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
If-
maybe what you do instead. So let me think of this. So you would it is an insane more damage multiplier, you're right. The biggest problem with that kind of setup is the totem duration. Because what the problem is your maelstroms end up lasting than your totems. But what you could do is, instead of going for stack duration, right? You just try to cast as many, like, you just cast maelstroms casually. So what you do is you summon a storm totem, you cast, because it has the longest duration, base
Mhm.
duration out of all of them. You
Oh, Skylar Shaman. Okay.
Use your Lagan Slumber Beneath the Waves, and then Warcry on the totem, and then you just forget. You just move on,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's what you do. And like,
Warcry can cast a totem as well. What's that totem do?
it's not worth it.
Okay.
It's not worth it because what's gonna happen. I don't think it casts maelstroms also as well. It's gonna steal your maelstroms. You want to have your maelstroms on something you can command, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Like, you want it all on one totem. Does Storm Totem have duration? No, it has like Thunder, but that's not worth it. And there's no visual thing. How much duration can you get with fuck? That wouldn't work on that one specifically, huh? Oh, I know exactly what we're doing. Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. I have a plan, Perry. I have a plan.
So what are the 5 skills? We're Maelstrom, Spriggan Form
So
for
yeah.
mana, the Fairway,
So Thorn Totem,
Warcry.
Spriggan Form, Maelstrom, Warcry, and then probably Storm Totem. I'm not entirely sure, or Tornado for cast speed.
Okay.
Probably Tornado for cast speed. But so what we're doing is, so in Spriggan Form, right? In Spriggan Form, it has increased duration, like Healing Totem increased duration,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you can have it use the Thorn Totem tree.
Yeah.
So you go from 6 seconds to 10 from the Thorn Totem tree, and then you get the 60% duration from Totem Warden. So you go up to a 16-second duration. So what you do for single target is you leave Spriggan form after summoning a totem real quick. You summon a totem, leave Spriggan form, then spam the ever living heck out of Maelstrom on one totem.
What's the cooldown on transforming out of Spriggan Form?
6 seconds. It's plenty. That's
Okay.
fine. You can lower that, but like you're gonna run out of mana in like 6 seconds anyways, right? So it's like, whatever. Who
No, I
cares?
mean you need to turn into a Spriggan, and then what's the soonest you can turn back?
Yeah, it's the same 6 seconds,
Okay.
and you'll just summon all your totems, and it's like, whatever.
Okay.
And then the rage on totem heal will give you back all your mana, so you'll be at max mana when you transform back. So instead of gaining 50 mana back when you transform, you'll, like, obviously you'll be at max mana. And since
Wait,
you're attuned to
I
stacking,
thought
you'll have a
that
lot of
gave
ways.
you rage back, the totems.
Yeah, but okay, so the way it works
Does it give
is,
you
if
mana back as
you
well in the background?
No. The way it works is if you are like, let's say you cast your maelstroms, right? Then you transform into Spriggan form. Spriggan form sets you back at the max, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then as you're summoning totems, you'd lose rage. But the
Right.
rage, and if you lose below 50, if you went below 50, or if you went to 0, like ran out of rage for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
you'd get put back at 50. But
Yeah.
the way rage works with transforms is if you rage and transform and voluntarily go back,
Mm-hmm.
when you have max mana, you will have max mana when you go back.
Okay.
So it gives you all your mana back. So if you stack
Gotcha.
attunement,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
so
I
instead you
follow.
stack attunement, right, which gives you damage and gives you mana. So you just stack as much cast speed as possible. So you just take all your mana out, go to Spriggan form, it goes back to full. You summon your totems, run out of Spriggan form, you swap out when you're done, and
So
then you cast again and then move on.
I'm thinking about the clear speed. So the bear had like entangling roots to
Oh,
help out with clear speed.
so with the clear speed, you're just gonna use Lagon's. You're gonna use
But you have a tiny
probably.
AoE, right?
Oh, not when you're trying to go for the storm's aid. When you're doing monoliths, you just use self cast Maelstrom on yourself because you don't need all that extra damage.
Yeah.
This is for single target. This loop. You just need this for single target. You don't need it for clearing
Oh,
trash.
whoa. You know what? You're scaling Elidot, right?
Yeah.
You can probably just take the frostbite nodes in Warcry.
No, that wouldn't be enough damage.
You don't think so?
No, not enough. Not without all the scaling. So the way this would work is you'd Warcry and use Lagon Slumber or whatever while you're clearing monoliths, and that should be enough damage to clear packs. But then if you need to do single target, you just start placing your maelstroms on yourself, on your
Mm-hmm.
totems to do damage, like a lot more damage. Or while you're just moving through the monolith, what you do is place down a totem, right? Then put Warcry and then Maelstrom on it. Like, because the 3 cast from Beneath the Waves and then the four
How
cast.
clunky do you think this would be compared to
Hold
where
on.
they're upheaval totems?
Upheaval totems?
Yeah.
Just up. Oh, you mean like the one I played or
Yeah.
the one I just
Is this
played?
more clunky than that?
Oh, it's gonna be more clunky, yeah,
Okay.
because it's because you have to swap into Spriggan form. It's
Yeah.
just how it is. But in theory, it should work. The only problem is targeting is going to be a big issue because if you want to cast like a maelstrom on yourself, but like in theory, you should have so much damage that you place down a totem and then place down. So what you do is you completely ignore Eye of the Storm for the reduced area, so you just have
Yeah.
a gigantic maelstrom, right? Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, the area is pretty big when you just place it on a totem like that without. Yeah, like the area is pretty big. And then you go for Beneath the Waves, and then you go for Warcry. And this should work how I think it works.
And it's even though you're casting it on the totem, it's still your spell damage modifiers, right?
Yeah, it's all your stuff. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just casting it on the totem. Yeah, I can prove that like right now. But we'll do this.
The way that I remember it is that it doesn't work with Sabretooth. It's more gold damage node.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't. Yeah. All right. So totem. So what is it called? Okay, so you wouldn't be spam casting Maelstrom. You would just be casting Beneath the Waves, and then Warcry as well counts. It will cast on your totem. So you just cast Warcry and then Lagon Slumber, and you can get like 14. But the problem is your totem. So what you would do is place the totem down, right? Then use a Warcry and then a Lagon Slumber, and you have like eight Maelstrom stacks on it, and then you just walk by and just keep going. Place
Okay.
another totem down, bam, bam, right? Place another totem down, bam, bam, right? And then for single target, you just use your cast speed, your insane cast speed, to just chunk all your mana, but then swap into Spriggan form and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In theory,
In theory.
and that's like why Shaman is good for this, is because you get the minus totem mana cost, so you don't feel bad for like just casting a totem. Oh, you get 10 attunement for
What
being a
weapon are we
shaman?
using for
Wow.
this?
Okay, a two-handed wand, two-handed staff with a cast speed on it.
What's the
Hopefully
base? The
exalted
plus one
cast
Ellie
speed.
skills?
Probably +1 Ellie skills, yeah, because like, what else would you use?
I mean,
You
that
could
thing
use the
doesn't.
mana regen one, but
Yeah, you
like,
use the temple wand or the temple staff instead. So
yeah,
you're not gonna have the -3. Is your mana gonna be okay?
yeah, because so when you're doing monoliths, you're just going to be doing maelstrom. So the way it works is so beneath the waves doesn't
Yeah, yeah. It's,
cast
it's like
mana,
Unleashed from Path of Exile. I know.
and it's like same with Warcry. So while you're in monoliths, you don't care, and then when you're doing single target, you're swapping into Spriggan form anyways.
I suppose so. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, in theory, yeah, you're right. The mana should be fine, but that's more of a I'll have to mess with it kind of thing when I get there. We get there when we get there. All right, how much attunement are we at? 50? Wow, that's beautiful. Just for the tree at 50 attunement, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Is
then you get
that
all the crit avoid too. Ooh.
No, you're not a druid, you're a
Oh my
shaman.
god, you never mind, never mind. Sorry, I thought we were having fun for a second. My
We're
bad, my
having
bad.
fun. I'm not entirely sure if I should even try to go for aspect of the boar because it's like you're not gonna proc it enough, and in theory, we should like have our totems take the brunt of the hit, and we can
You
run
could
like
you could do
since
like half the boar nodes, just like the
yeah.
first like the Ursine, the bear
Yeah, you
stuff.
just go for boar heart. The problem is porcine constitution. Like the problem is like you can't get porcine constitution, the extra 15% reduces
Yeah.
because like I want the cast speed in druid, so it's like, and I want thicket of thorns for the thorn shields because that's extra
Oh,
armor.
easy. Just go low life with an exsanguinous and get the damage mitigation from that.
Get out of my house.
And then you can use frostbite shackles to get your extra ward
Get
retention.
out of
And
my
then as long as you
house.
have frostbite shackles, you might as well just be a frostbite build, right?
Get out of my
And then all
house.
of a sudden we can clear with Warcry,
maybe
and we don't even
maybe if there
need
was a unique that like gave your frostbite chance per second to your maelstroms, that would be an amazing
that. That
unique.
sounds great, actually. I kind
Actually,
of
yeah,
like it.
yeah, that's
Oh,
actually
sure.
that sounds better than the singling horde. That makes more sense. Why isn't that just in the fucking
And then
in the
like
fucking
what if like
skill?
what if the Fizz node had like bleed per second applies to your Maelstrom?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you
sure.
convert it to fizz, it would go to
Yeah, yeah,
bleed. Yeah, that would be interesting.
yeah.
Bleed
I'm into it.
maelstrom would be interesting. Kappa. All right, now let's spend $1,000 for the unique. Oh boy, let's go.
Perfect.
This uses our damage, right? I'm just paranoid. Okay,
I'm pretty sure it uses your spell damage.
61. Okay, let's and then
Because I've heard people talk about like how busted Maelstrom Sabretooth would be if it worked with the minion damage, but it doesn't.
oh, it's yours. It's definitely yours. Okay,
Okay,
thank
gotcha.
God. Thank God, because that would be so weird. Otherwise, that'd be so awkward.
Yeah.
Maybe if they could give us like a Diablo 2 kind of thing where like we can Warcry more. That'd be cool. Like I want D2 Warcry. I want that in the game, but like you would have to like literally delete the like the cooldown of Warcry to
Mm-hmm.
make that work. Well, what you would do is you'd make a unique that lists you don't like get buffs from Warcry, but that has no cooldown. So you would not get any of the buffs, but then you could do like the bleed or the frostbite stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then just spam Warcry in theory.
Ah, ah,
And
ah,
you
ah,
could use
ah.
attunement to get mana efficiency.
Sure.
All right. The problem is if we go with Forested Expanse, the mana cost. How is our mana on totems? If we grab this and then we grab the mana efficiency. Oh, 15 per? Fuck yeah, we're a shaman. I forgot about that. Oh, I guess we could use Storm Totem. We use Storm Totem
I thought
when
Storm Totem
we're.
was skill number 5 already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And it will give us movement speed too. It'll give us movement speed too.
The
Wow.
real movement skill
That's.
of Primalist, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, hell yeah. And then that, mana efficiency. And since we have attunement stacking, they're going to get a bunch of base health. So it'll take like one chest or like one affix for minion health to like make them tanky.
Mm-hmm.
And you get totem health on Spriggan too. That's good. And bam, max
We're not using
totems.
any other uniques, are we?
I haven't
Like
thought about
there's
uniques, but
probably
atrophies
there's
is
probably some like
probably a
generic
good
stuff we can use, but
choice.
are there any?
Atrophies is useful. Uh, Mainly just atrophies and like let me look amulets wise.
Like Yulia's Path boots, generic stuff like that.
No, you don't want that.
Why
That'll
not?
turn all your damage necrotic, and then you don't get all the.
Just fucking kidding. All right. Good point.
You
Good
could
point.
use.
Wait, you turn everything necrotic and use a marinas.
Okay, whatever, buddy. I think
Wait
you'd
a
use an
minute.
Omnis as your amulet because you'd use an Omnis as your amulet because you want as many plus levels to Maelstrom as humanly possible.
Do you really have that
And
many nodes to spec into?
yeah, because the damage, because Maelstrom. Okay, so if you go
Oh, because we're
4
taking the totem
points,
nodes, right?
yeah, we're
Yeah,
taking the
okay, we do
totem
have 11
nodes.
nodes
Yeah,
then, gotcha.
yeah, we want everything. We don't need to take the stack duration nodes because that doesn't matter because the totems don't last long enough anyways. But in theory, so we could go for the mana efficiency nodes, and that would allow us to stack cast speed even farther and get as many maelstroms on one totem as possible. Because our totems can be lasting like 16 seconds.
Mm.
So there could be a solid like 8 seconds where we could be casting maelstroms where like it actually matters to us. And then we could get frenzy and haste. Oh yeah. If we do it properly, we could get frenzy and haste too, which is like obviously like GG,
If we're
right?
playing a Maelstrom build that doesn't have Frenzy and Haze, I don't want to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, we're not gonna use Storm Totem. We're gonna use Tornado because cast speed is OP. Because we want as much cast speed as humanly possible. Like we want to be like drinking cast speed. Like it is like we want as much cast speed like as we can possibly get. Like it
Drinking
is
cast
like
feed, okay, got it.
we like need cast speed. Like it is like because the thing is if we can't consume all of our mana by the time the 6 seconds run up for our Spriggan, what's the point playing the build, right? Like it's like we might as well play
So
cold
now
power
now we
right
just
at
gotta
that point.
find unique items that have cast speed on them, right?
Well, no, you can just run. Well, I guess like you want a two-handed staff.
And you want a 2 LP Aurora's Time Glass?
So no, I would rather go for an Omnis for the plus levels,
Sure.
100%. None of the unique staffs we actually care about, so we're just gonna go with. And it doesn't matter because we'd rather have a dragon staff for the plus levels, right? And
Mm-hmm.
cast speed, elemental damage over time. So it's like, why would we want anything else other than this, right? Like this is like our perfect weapon. Like an exalt, like what do you call it? A sealed cast speed, well, sealed elemental damage over time, cast speed plus damage over time would be fucking nuts. Sorry for the language.
Mm.
Omnis, Omnis is important. Sorry, buddies,
Are
you're gonna
we
have
are
to get
we
an
a Twisted Heart
Omnis.
build?
Maybe. That's a big maybe. It could be a Twisted Heart build because you want the plus to skills, you want the cast speed, it gives you increased health. You need 100% need spell leech before you
Mm-hmm.
swap over
I
to
mean, we're
Twisted
we're gonna be a
Heart.
spell leech build from Riot anyways, no matter what.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I don't have it yet. I have to
Okay,
go
gotcha.
grab. I have to go get it. So in the first part, we won't get it. But then, wait, do I have atrophies with cast speed? I think I do. Oh my god, I think I already have this. Oh, I have atrophies with cast speed. High five! Hell yeah!
Gambling finally pays off.
No, just fucking hoarding everything pays off. Hoarding everything, literally everything. All right, boots. Nothing unique boots wise we want.
I look at
No,
Halivars all the time and then realize that it's atrocious.
you need something with leech rate would be good because the idea is you want as much leech as humanly possible leech rate so that you go back up to max health constantly. So you're like pin like you know
I
what I
don't I
mean?
don't think
Like
Twisted Heart's gonna work out.
why?
I don't think we're gonna have like the
Yeah.
leech or the leech rate or the ward retention.
Yeah. Well, you think of like this. It's not supposed like it like it's not supposed to be like don't think of it as ward, just think of it as extra free HP if you think about it.
Mm.
You don't need ward like you don't need 2000 ward to make ward useful. Like if you cast a maelstrom, go back to full health instantly and then like have like 600 ward on top of it or whatever, right? And then you take a hit and then you go back to 600 ward. Like that's good enough, right?
Yeah.
And the +1 to skills is like very important. So it's like, like it's okay to like in theory, like as long as you're as long like it's gonna be something you're gonna have to mess with. Like definitely. Oh my god, I think I have the best chest for this. Oh my god, are we just gonna go Gucci? Like we're just gonna like just trick this shit out. Oh my god. I think I have the chest for this. Oh no. Yes, I have a +3 to Maelstrom chest. Of course I do. Of course I do. And it's on the perfect base too. Of course I do. I
Only
think I have a
3, not
plus
even
four.
4?
I have a +4, but it has bad stats, I think. Yeah, I have a +4. Oh no, I had a +4. I guess I must have bricked it because it was just that bad. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely bricked that one because it probably did not have what I wanted on it. So yeah, we have a +3. Hey, +3 is pretty good, freaking good, man. +3, like +3, and then we don't go twisted, and then we go ominous because it not only does it solve a lot of our resistance problems because we're a primalist, it also we have +5 to Maelstrom. Gmini criminy.
Is there a ring that we can't give it like the poison tag, can we?
No, we can't.
Feels bad.
No, like technically you could use like the stupid Jurilla ring and like do that, but then you have to use Fury Leap, and then
Yeah.
what you could do is you could use that stupid ring that turns. I think if you use the ring where like you turn into a Spriggan and then
Oh, you want to use the TP ring along with jewel
it would
rugs?
turn it into a
That's
travel
funny.
skill, and then
Yeah.
we get to like force it to like be what we want, and then like in theory that could work, but like then you need like a really good LP ring probably. But we're already getting all of our damage from like our idols and our passive tree, so in theory that could work. Like that's not the worst idea I've ever had, right? Like
Well,
that
thank
that
you.
could actually, because what you would do is your burst setup would be you'd summon totem, you summon all your max totems, quickly TP to get the Jurla buff for the mana regen, and then swap over instantly, and then just spam cast as much fast
Hmm.
because it would snapshot. It would snapshot the damage. Like if you got an elemental damage over time one, it would snapshot. By the way, so yeah, actually, but you only get to use one Jurler ring. Yeah, that kind of breaks it because if you're able to use double Jurler ring, but the problem is that's a ring. God damn it. That would have been so good. No. See, this is what I do all day. You know how like when I complain to you about like oh like the builds keep failing? This is why, right here. Right here. This is why. Because I literally spend all day doing this. I literally spent all day doing this. But now I'm just curious in general. Does it get the travel tag?
It must, right? Like even
It's got to
smite,
get the
even
travel
even
tag.
smite becomes a cooldown thing if you
Yeah.
travel with it.
But it's so weird because the ring gives you the tag. Like it's not like because like you know how like when you do something in the skill tree it gives you the tag,
Hmm.
but like this is like giving you the tag by putting on the item. Changes the
I
tag
mean,
at
we
will.
we just talked
It's so
about
weird.
Yulia's boots. They give the necrotic tag to Maelstrom.
Yeah, but this is different because it's a move.
Maelstrom.
Oh, it does get the movement tag. Oh, it makes it so it goes on cooldown. That's why it gets the
Hmm.
movement tag. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Is there a driller ring that would even be worth running on this? Do I have an elemental damage over time one? I have a spell damage one. That would be. You get mana gain spent as ward, and you're spending a lot of mana. Wow,
Beautiful.
actually, huh? The twisty heart might not be a terrible idea
Hmm.
because you get all that mana spent as ward. It's just you need an elemental damage over time star dial. That would be like the perfect setup. I only have a spell damage one. But I guess it's not that far off because it's like it's like 30% off of the elemental damage over time roll. And like I could probably just make like I have plenty of star dials. Like it's not like as if I'm gonna, waste it. Oh boy. So
Hmm.
does that work? Alright, here we go. Test number one. Does Jurtle's star dial work with Silver Frond? Oh my god, it does.
Yeah.
It
Okay. I
does.
like it.
Okay. All right. Well, we know what our rings are going to be. And then what we would do is we'd swap out a Spriggan form instantly. So the idea is
Wait.
summon
Whoa,
our
whoa, whoa, whoa. Are
totems.
we? Are we're using Spriggan form, but not always?
Yeah, well, what you would do, so the way this works is Maelstrom, when you cast it, when the Jurla buff is on, right, it will get the damage for the entire duration of the Maelstrom even though the star dial has that cooldown, right?
Yeah, yeah, it should.
So what you would do, this would be the combo. You'd go into Spriggan form, you'd summon your totems,
Mm-hmm.
so you get the cold damage per totem, and then you'd,
Teleport.
teleport real quick, transfer out of Spriggan form, and then instantly, like as quickly as humanly possible, and
Mm-hmm.
then just spam the ever living crap out of maelstroms in that first 4 seconds. Or until we run out of mana, and then swap
Mm-hmm.
back into Spriggan form, and yeah. And since it's on that, what do you call it, the vine teleport, it is like our, like, we can choose when we do it, instead of like, like the, like sentinel, where like you literally don't get to choose when you do it, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is, and since you have a 7 second cooldown on your vines, like by the time your vines come back up, right, by the time you go back into Spriggan form, right, and you go back in and you're waiting for your vines, your star dial, yep, and exactly what I thought. Yeah, instantly. When you go, like by the time you finish the loop, your
Oh,
star
because it's a
dial's
6 second
already off
cooldown and it's
cooldown.
six.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then 12. That's kind of neat.
All
Cute.
right, all right, all right.
All
Okay,
right,
that's
listen.
interesting. Helmets, do we care about anything? No. I mean, an LP, you'd run an LP Herald of the Scurry with like 4 LP because it has 30% increased health kappa.
You might also use a like 1, 2, or 3 LP Warcry helmet because it also has
I
100 life.
Yeah, you could use that. You get levels of Warcry. Yeah, you could
Mm-hmm.
use that. And it gives you health regen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be. Oh, I keep forgetting that has health regen. Ooh, I keep forgetting that.
Wait,
Ooh, an
we
LP
if
one.
we keep putting health regen in, do we want to be a vessel build?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, I'm talking about for different builds. Like a
Oh,
different build.
gotcha.
Like a different health regen build. Because you can get double health regen with a 4 LP Call of the Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you get the 18 on that, and then you get like the whatever you. Because if it's with LP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be cool. And of course, you get the extra HP. So yeah, a 4 LP Call of the Tundra or 3 LP or whatever you get double like suffix or whatever. It could be insane with health regen builds. That's a good idea. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Mm.
And Jurla Star Dial, and then the best thing about it is we're getting all this max mana, which is just more mana we gain from Spriggan form, right? When we swap over. So it's like it's actually synergistic, and we don't have to run mana regen, right? Which
I'm
is
into it.
like
Yeah, yeah.
insane. Like that is like actually insane because
Do we don't we
that is
don't
like,
need 2 LP rings, do we?
no, not technically. We just need like, well, so my Silver Front that I have has Fizz Res on it,
Okay.
so it's like whatever. Like, that's pretty good.
All
Yeah,
right, so
getting
we're
+5 to, well, +6 to Maelstrom. That's insane, Perry. Holy shit. Because like all the plus to skills, and then you can even get more if you went like the heart as well.
mhm.
Okay, I got that. I got the star dial. I got that. I need my omnis. Maybe you don't need to go in omnis. Maybe I'm like overvaluing that +1. Like what are we missing if I don't have that +1? Oh, it's just like -1, like move, like 1 area
Well,
point.
you're
Yeah.
also missing like Auroras, which not only has ward retention for the little ward stuff we're doing, but it
Yeah,
has
it gives
cast
you
speed.
cast speed. Yeah, yeah, and yeah,
Oh, and
that
also it
could
keeps you
work.
alive. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Mm.
I usually try to stay away from auroras, not because like, oh, like I don't think it's a good skill like item. It's just like I don't expect people to have it kind of
Hmm.
thing, if that makes sense. It's
I mean,
like,
you're not using it because it keeps you alive. You're using it because it has like cast speed. I guess you could use
yeah.
a
Well,
cast
there's the
speed
cast
amulet.
speed amulet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I was about to say. Is like there is the cast speed amulet. It's
Hey,
like it does
I'll be
exist.
back in just a moment. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I'm already doing like 100. Like I was doing like 50K with casually just spamming on the dummy. So this definitely, there is definitely some merit to this, Perry.
Is that 50K with like no fucking gear or what?
Oh no, it's with gear on, but like I'm not like doing the loop, if that makes sense. Like the loop.
You mean the Spriggan form
Yeah,
transforming
the
totem
Spriggan
stuff?
form loop. Yeah,
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't have totems on. I don't have what is it called? I don't have what is it called? I don't have my idols on either, so that's like a lot of increased damage. Like there's a lot of stuff I'm missing right now.
So the point of the build is not there yet.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
not
casting
there yet.
Maelstrom.
I'm
Gotcha.
just messing around because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to see how much cast speed I needed, and I have enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I had a 542% increased elemental damage over time dragon staff. Instantly removed it because I tried to put cast speed on it.
Hmm.
Oh
Okay.
boy. I mean, I have a dragon staff with 244 cold damage and cast speed, so it's like
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but it's like that could have been so good.
Oh well.
Yeah, I have 24 in what was it? So we might actually what I realized is we might actually go for Storm Totem instead of Tornado because I can't autocast Tornado because we're swapping into Spriggan form. So that has
Oh,
logistical problems.
I mean, you can just like hold it down on Q with your pinky. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
no, I could do that. Yeah, but it would just be better just to use Storm Totem at that point. Like Storm Totem just gives you 40% increased movement speed, and it's like I realized I have plenty of cast speed now.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like because it's better to just use Storm Totem while doing monos because it's like it's not worth doing Thorn Totems during
Mm-hmm.
monolith gameplay. But like you can use a Storm Totem and then place your because you only want one totem when you're like doing like I hmm, I don't know. It's a I guess you could use Thorn Totem. I don't know. It's I have to think about it. Maybe that'll be a flex spot for now. I don't know what else you could run.
Do you want to do like thorn or like totem on hit stuff with your idols? Is that
No.
useful
Well,
at
you
all?
could technically on the suffixes of the cold damage ones, but you want the cold damage ones first. Those are a priority because that's the whole point of running all of
Yeah, but
this.
like you're doing cold damage per totem, like get a couple
Yeah,
more in there.
yeah, you could
Because
in
like the
theory,
more percent
yes.
increased damage you cheese out from stuff like that, it's like well, it's really
Yeah,
not a
the
big
better
deal if
the
you just
build
go
will feel.
mana regen.
Exactly. Yeah. Uh, anything else that's worth it? No, I guess we could just use tornado. I guess and just self cast it and just pretend. Yeah, we could just do that. Yeah, that might be better because the idea, what the problem is, I realized if you use Storm Totem, you can only have one Storm Totem. So if you use one Storm Totem, place some, Maelstroms, and then like walk away, place another one, your old Storm Totem goes away and then deletes all your Maelstroms. So
A
it's
lot of
better
problems
just to
with
go
storm
Thorn
totem would
Totem.
go away if you could just like have two instead of just one.
Yeah, in general,
A
yes,
lot of problems would go
yes,
away.
yes, yes. Hmm, hmm,
Hmm.
hmm,
Maybe
hmm.
that'll be
That's
a node someday.
It's a good idea. I mean, it could literally like that stupid freaking what is it called? That stupid freaking relic that you like. That could like literally be
Oh, Storm
that
Prism
just gives you a
Testament, something
plus
like
one
that.
storm. Yeah, it could literally just give you plus one to like storm totem and be fine. Like there's no reason like that would be ever
You can control
overpowered.
one additional storm totem, sure.
Yeah, like there's no like reason like at all that that couldn't be a thing like at
Mm.
all. Like there's no reason. Like no reason in hell that that could be a thing like that couldn't be a thing because it's like oh boy it's so OP oh oh boy I
I
don't
mean,
understand their ideology with that and it's like well if they just want it to be one totem right don't get me wrong like I understand the idea they want it to be just one totem to like make it cool right to like make it feel cool
hmm
like that's like the aesthetic but the problem is make it worth having one totem you know
give it
you
more
know what I mean
damage.
like give it enough damage yeah so I'm gonna dump the Silverfron driller ring thing because I think it's just too much work for not enough
I agree.
pay.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
cute, but
more
I
of a
agree.
meme, yeah. And you can use elemental damage over time rings anyways, and it's like way better. So yeah, that'll be fine. I just have to look through my stash and see what I have available. Ooh, this ring
Hmm.
could be insane. Do I have 60 attunement? No, I do not. Oh, I didn't even have 60 attunement, lol, when I was doing that test.
Yeah.
Do I have Glyphs of Despair? No, I do not. All right, well, we're just doing this
What's
then, I
the
guess.
lowest damage that would be okay for this? Because like 50k is like a little bit low.
Well, that's just like placing it on one totem. Like that's
Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
placing a totem down and then Warcry plus Maelstrom.
But like we want more than
Yeah.
200k damage, right?
Well, yeah, I want 200k. Like that's my goal.
Okay.
200k is my goal.
I
Like
want
if
more
I
than
can get
that.
200k, well, I want more than that too. But like I'm also trying to be realistic, Kappa. But because it's like I know it is Maelstrom, but I think we could get over 200k easily. Like easily. Like that's not a problem. I don't think that'll
Hmm.
be a problem. I think it's actually going to be very easy to do that. It's just going to be everything else involved with the build, like the quality of life,
And like
which will
actually
help
working
a
the
lot when
totem
we get the
rotation into
leech.
it.
Yeah, the rotation should be fine in theory, but I have to test it first. Just me scouring my freaking uh scouring my stash for elemental damage over time gear per usual.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun build.
No, I think it's gonna be actually a decent build because it's literally place and forget. Because you just place your totem, Warcry, Maelstrom, wait, place your totem, Warcry, Maelstrom, wait. You know, like that should be fine. And the AoE is pretty big. Like I can show you, like the AoE is big for one totem, and then you just place a bunch of totems. Because the biggest
What
problem
is
with
Storm
them,
Totem doing for us? Does it have like it has the blizzard, it can chill
movement speed,
enemies, movement
that's it.
speed.
That's it. That's just
Is it
movement
doing anything
speed.
else for us?
No, that's why I got rid of it. I got rid of it because it's not worth it.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna self cast tornado and just deal with it. Just like whatever, you know,
That'd be good enough.
that'll be good enough. Like I'm not
Okay.
gonna complain.
Well, I'm excited to see how this turns out, but I think I need to jump off the call for the night.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
See ya. Well, you'll see a video in the next few days if it's good. See ya.